I think we may have figured out something that could help the Warriors get back on track. Last night against the Clippers, the Warriors didn't necessarily blow them out of the water. The final score may have looked like that, but the Warriors really had to battle, to fight against these shorthanded Clippers. No Paul George, no Kawhi Leonard. But something that the coaching staff did helped give the Warriors the edge, and I think they should continue it. Last night, the coaching staff pulled Draymond out of the first quarter a little bit earlier than usual. I was like, okay. I mean, I didn't really think anything of it. They then put him in with the second unit, giving Jordan Poole a little bit more of a playmaker by his side, giving Dante DiVincenzo another playmaker. And I loved it. What I saw because of that change was Jordan Poole obviously struggling with his shot. If you watched the game, you saw all the threes that he missed. But I don't think that's a big story that should come out of this game. Draymond was able to say, hey, Jordan, you give me the ball, then you run off the ball. And we talked about it a little bit before on this podcast. Jordan Poole wants to be like Steph Curry, or at least the coaching staff believes he should be like Steph Curry. And so they say, hey, you got the green light, or take these crazy threes. And the only way Steph can do that is because he moves off ball so much and he gets so many screens so that he can pop out in the corner, either uncontested or shoot a really badly contested shot and just make it, luckily. So Jordan Poole does that same thing, and obviously it's not like Steph Curry because Steph is the greatest shooter we have ever seen, and Jordan is not. But I think that having Draymond alongside that second unit gave them not only another playmaker, but a veteran presence other than freaking JaMychal Green, who, again, is not doing anything. We'll talk about him a little bit. But Draymond was able to buckle down on defense, play make for others, and, haters or non-Warriors fans will always look at the box score and say, oh my gosh, Draymond does nothing. Yeah, he doesn't score, but that's not what we want him to do. That's not what we need him to do. Last night he did get a few layups, I think in the first or second quarter, but again, that's not what we need him for. We just need him to play defense and play make for others. Steph can play make. Yeah, you see him a lot of the time off the ball, but he's able to play make. And so, with 7 or 8 minutes to go in the first quarter, I say for at least the next week, try it out. Pull Draymond out really early in the first quarter, and then as soon as you put that second unit in, or at least when you take Steph out of the game, put Draymond back in. You cannot have these lapses that they had, early in the season, even a week ago. So let Draymond kind of guide that second unit. All right, let's talk about what I was just getting frustrated about. JaMychal Green. Is he perfect? No. Is he way better than I can be? Yeah, obviously. But with this lineup, or with this team, he's not doing a whole lot. I've watched a few videos from other YouTubers who say that maybe his drive isn't there. He's not as motivated. I don't necessarily see that. Last night, I just think he's not very good. And right now, neither is Jonathan Kuminga, really. But I think the reason for that is Kuminga hasn't been given the minutes that he needs in order to warm up, in order to thrive. Jordan Poole's given those minutes, and he's, sucking big time. But we paid Jordan Poole, so we need him to do something. Jonathan Kuminga, I just think he needs more minutes, even in the end of the second quarter, the end of the first quarter, beginning of second, to just warm up his own athletic abilities. At the beginning of the season, I think Warriors fans could tell you that, oh yeah, Draymond goes out of the game, Kuminga comes in. He's not a Draymond. He's more of a Wiggins, from what I can tell. I just think he needs the ball, and he might or might not create for other people. But his ability to drive, if he doesn't travel off of a little gather step, his ability to drive really opens up everything for shooters on the outside. And so watch out for that. I think after the Pelicans game where Kuminga was given all the run he could handle, Steve Kerr is probably thinking to himself, okay, maybe Moses Moody is not the way to go. Maybe Kuminga is. So we're in a little bit of a learning phase here. Guys, we're only, 19 games into the season? I'll check on that, but it's still early, okay? And I believe that Draymond, Clay, Steph can figure this thing out. Now, last night, I would be remiss if I forgot to mention Andrew Wiggins. I mean, what a solid yet quiet game from him. He's on that kind of a stretch where you appreciate whenever he takes a three because you're like, yeah, there's a pretty good chance this is going in. But you don't give him kudos for it. And so I give kudos to Andrew Wiggins. He is keeping the Warriors alive. Now, Steph was trying to keep the Warriors alive. I don't know why. When Steph goes off or when he has, an amazing game points-wise, it isn't necessarily the engine that this young Warriors team needs. Apparently, this young Warriors team needs a lot of balance. And that's okay. That's okay. They're learning. We're 19 games into the season. We're 9-10. We are only 3 games behind first place and a game and a half away from the play-in. It's so early, especially right now. We feel like we're about to go on a run. And so we just need to be patient. If in this next week we're still ranked 11th in the West, then maybe we start to stress out a little bit more. But I have a feeling that this week will be different, especially since Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way. Especially with Thanksgiving and these young guys being able to stay home for the holidays. So that's really awesome. I just hope my prediction isn't wrong. I hope Steph continues to play well. I know he's not in MVP talks really as other people are, but that's okay. We don't need that right now. What we need to focus on is maybe building up this second unit, and again, Draymond could be the key to that. Guys, we are here after every game that the Warriors play, even on Thanksgiving, as you can see here. But on Friday night, I believe, let me check the schedule for the Warriors. Let me see here. Yeah, we're going up against the Utah Jazz, the surprise of the season. And if we lose, I think the wind will be taken out of our sails. And like I said, that week that I was giving the Warriors as a cushion to maybe figure things out will be completely halted by that Jazz game. So Jazz need to be taken down. I think that's a must win. Must win for sure. It'll get us to 500. Not only that, but it'll keep the wind in our sails rather than take it out. So catch us live Saturday morning, and we will cover that game. But until then, you guys, stay cool.